Thanks, Jane. I'll just speak through the bells, I think. Got mics, haven't we? Okay, welcome everyone, both of you, to the Cabinet Member for Community Safety and Environment Decision meeting here. I'm Councillor Dave Ashmore, Cabinet Member. Just to read on the housekeeping notes I've got, please be assured we've put in appropriate cleansing and social distancing measures in place, so it's all undertaken in a COVID secure manner. It's included a request for all attendees to have taken an FD test within 48 hours of the meeting, the use of track and trace and the attendee or the attendee log, and social distancing and the wearing of masks when not seated. Limited public seating has been made available. I can't see anyone else here though. So the other thing is, can I ask people to remain seated throughout the duration of the meeting and to wear a face covering unless we are seated, and only use the seats marked with a green circle, which you'll both are. I mean, there's not enough of us in here to contravene the 2 metre rule as it stands, is there? If the continuous fire alarm sounds, please evacuate the room by the stairwells. Do not attempt to use the lifts, and assemble at the turning circle at the end of King Henry Street past the University's Park building. And in order to comply with the Guildhall Trust Fire Marshal regulations, anyone signed in at the Guildhall reception desk should sign out when leaving the building at the end of today's meeting. And we had our names taken, didn't we? Everyone speaking on microphone will be on camera. There's no members of the press or public here, so I don't need to do that. And just a note that to remember to switch off the microphones when you've finished speaking. I think we'll just launch straight into the agenda then, huh? Okay, first of all, apologies for absence. I think we've had 2, haven't we? From Councillor New and Councillor Mellor. So declarations of members' interests, none from me. So then it goes straight into the third item on the list, which is the extension of public spaces protection order dog controls, which is yourself, David.
Thank you, Councillor Ashworth. The current PSPO finishes on the 7th of January, and we need to extend that to enable us to carry out dog controls that are in place at this time, and enable us to keep dogs in appropriate places, like not in children's play areas, only on beaches that are designated as such, and more importantly, to prevent fouling. The purpose of the report is to seek the approval of extension and variations to the existing public spaces protection order in relation to dog fouling and dog controls. The only change from the last one is to include as the prescribed charity Assistance Dogs Registered UK charity. And this is a charity that allows people to train their own dogs, and to have people who are not necessarily physically disabled in any way, but those who may have hidden disabilities. And that's a really good way of putting forward. And that's the only change, really. The background is Section 59 and 62 of the Antisocial Behaviour Crime and Policing Act 2014, which enables Portsmouth City Council to introduce PSPO to replace dog controllers originally introduced in 2011. The rest of the report covers the extension and the reasons for the recommendations. I'm happy to go through them if you want, but I think you've read most of them. Yes. The consultation took place with the Police and Crime Commissioner's Office, the Senior Police Officer's Office, and the Kennel Club. And there were some notes in the Kennel Club, but we've taken that into account when amending or adapting to include Assistant Dogs UK.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, as you say, it's looking to not replace but extend the current PSPO, which obviously runs out on the 7th of January, but with this time with the inclusion of the exception for those assistance dogs, which I think is very welcome. As you say, it's not just people with physical disabilities, people with hidden disabilities as well. So we've listened to the comments from the consultation there, a very extensive one, and they've given us the comments which you can see at the back of the report there, which we've read and we've welcomed and we've listened to. So yeah, I'm happy to approve those recommendations. Thank you very much, David, for your work on this.
Thank you, Councillor Ashworth. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And I think that brings this meeting to a close. Thank you.